Listening to community radio, CKMS, Radio Waterloo, 102.7, 946 on the Rogers Digital Network. You find us.
Good morning, Waterloo Region. It's Monday, February the 3rd. This is CKMS Community Connections. My name is Bob Jonkman. We have in the studio Gerima Harvey and Cush Amor.
Yo, what's up, people in this beautiful KW area? What up?
Peace. So, want to hit us with a tune?
Yeah, we're gonna hit y'all with a nice tune here, and it goes a little something like this.
All right. By the rivers of Babylon, where we sat down and we wept when we remember Zion. Look how the wicked carry us away in captivity, requiring from us a song. How can we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? So let the words of our mouth and the meditations of our hearts be acceptable in thy sight here today.
Wonderful. Great to have you both in the studio.
Yay.
Cush Amor, welcome
Thank
to
you.
Kitchener-Waterloo.
Yes.
Yeah, all the way from Toronto.
No. I was born in Montreal, raised in Kitchener,
Oh.
and moved to New York at a young age, and have just come back recently. So.
I thought you were a Torontite.
No, not at all. No.
So you're right local.
I'm
Oh,
pretty.
isn't
Yeah, I'm
that
local.
excellent?
I'm a local. Yes,
Okay.
indeed.
Oh, so glad you contacted us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
You've been doing music for a while?
No, I have not. I was actually a practicing attorney and just
Oh.
recently, decided to pursue my love of music. And, I just felt recently that there was much for me to say, and I felt very inspired. So just started to do it. It's a real change.
Just before
I'm going
Christmas
through
sometime. Yeah.
Right before Christmas sometime. Well, long before Christmas sometime.
Oh, okay. You contacted us just before Christmas.
Yes, that's when I contacted you. Yes, but I've been starting to write music and recording since 2015, I would say. I just started. Yeah.
Okay.
So getting more used to performing and
All
putting it out there.
Well, what are the
So
venues
mind
where you're performing at?
I haven't done many venue performances. I performed at the Link Picnic Festival.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
I missed
which
that
was
one. I'm
fun.
sorry.
It was a fun time.
Yeah.
And when it comes to performing, I just love it because I'm with the people that I love, and I'm with people that are just love to perform and they're into it.
Yeah.
You can just see how the crowd reacts to it. You know what I mean? It's deep. I love it.
Something you don't get in the studio.
But
trust that they're there.
Even in the studio of recordings or just, playing around with instruments, you still get that joy because it's deep within.
Yeah.
Comes from the inside.
Yeah. It's you can feel the music.
Yeah.
you've been around forever. I think I first met you around 2010 or so. We were bus buddies for a while.
Yeah.
And then I've seen you performing at the Pride Festival, at the Multicultural Festival, all manner of places. So,
Yeah.
so you're famous. I'm really happy to see you here this morning. That's for sure, Gerima.
Blessings upon blessings.
Indeed,
Yes.
it's a blessing to have you here.
Yeah.
Indeed.
When you're looking for venues to perform, how do you get out on stage?
It all depends on who wants us, and yeah, just basically the people who I play music with, or
Mhm.
they organize the concerts that we're going to be doing, and so when they tell me or they email me and letting me know, okay, we have this gig, and and I'm like, yeah, I'm all in.
So you're already getting the contacts from the promoters. They're coming to you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. They're like, I'm going to be playing music with Sam. Big ups to Sam. Alicia sometime, big up to Alicia.
Yeah. I saw you perform with her too.
Yeah, she's an amazing singer, amazing musician, and I'm lucky.
Alicia Brilla, another mostly local.
I'm lucky to know her and to be a part of her life and be part of playing music with her as we share that joy.
So you've got it much easier than most performers. Most performers have to go out and stump for gigs.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to learn how to do as a new performer myself.
Yeah. Do you have an agent?
No, I don't have an agent. I've just started making music online, making music digitally. I just felt this inspiration, and I was like, well, how do I express myself? And I just started playing with my iPhone, and started making beats and singing and making my own songs, which I'll perform a little bit later.
Perform them, and I've got the recordings. I've got 2 of your recordings. So
great.
We can do a bit of side-by-side comparison.
Yes,
musicology in the studio.
Right, with Gerima, the drummer.
Yeah. So you're using your produced music as your portfolio.
Yes, as my portfolio, and I do a little bit of movie making as well. I've tried a little bit of that online. So
got a couple of tunes on YouTube.
Yeah, a couple of tunes. Yes, tubes on YouTube.
And
Indeed.
Are you getting contacts? You said you've had some gigs at the Link?
Right. No, I'm just starting out. So anybody interested, contact me.
For sure, we'll stick your contact info on the webpage.
Yes, that would be fantastic.
If you're looking us up, you can see us at radiowaterloo.ca/CCC, CKMS Community Connections. Got all the show notes there, past performances, the YouTube video.
Yes, that'd be great. Fantastic.
And for Gerima as well, although apparently you're being overrun already with performance requests.
Oh yeah, and like I did, it's so good that I can play music and just express myself.
Yeah.
And the people I've played music with, like of course, like I can't forget my, I want to give a shout out to Kat Van Groove, because yeah, man, like she's like, when it comes to like drumming and performing music with her, like she's real, like she's strong. She is a strong drummer, and we have played music together, and of course of our Organic Groove, and so yeah, man, we're still around, but we haven't done music yet. But hopefully, we get a chance to get together again and just do more music.
Everything I know about the djembe I learned from Kat.
Yes.
So,
wow.
Fortunate to have a couple of lessons with her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Have you taken lessons? Have you?
No, I haven't done many lessons in that, but I would like to. I do love to drum. A little bit that I do, but yes, but and learning with Gerima a little bit, the little that we do together. Yes.
Are there enough venues out there to keep musicians busy? You're busy, obviously. And
Yeah, I'm
guess-
just new to here. I
there's-
guess I
we've
should.
got the Blues Festival, for example.
Right. Okay.
We've got some of the multicultural festival.
Okay.
Is that the genre of music
That's-
festival that?
That would be very much appealing to me.
Yeah.
That genre of festival. So I guess it's just
Okay.
finding out who runs them and how to
Yeah.
do all of that. I mean, I feel so like I'm a novice. I'm like, oh, I don't know how this whole thing works. I'm so. I need like a
Yeah.
manager or something. I'm like so confused. But
I see a lot of music. Punk rock, hard metal, things like that. Not so much your style.
I do love rock music as well. I kind of consider my style a dance reggae rock vibe.
Mhm.
So I do love the rock, the guitars, and the hardcore mainly from the classic rock genre.
Okay.
Yeah, more so than the
That
heavy
dates you.
metal. Yes, it does. It does. Fortunately. You don't want to be
Yeah.
too young. You don't want to be too young.
I wasn't much into music when that was the popular stuff.
Really?
But now that I've been receiving a lot of Canadian content music from people all over, like yourself, for example. There's
Okay.
people that write to office@radiowaterloo.ca, submit their music for
Mhm.
airplay,
Mm.
and there's so much music out there. I'm just
Wow.
constantly impressed with how much music
How
there
much
is.
music
Yeah.
there is. What were you listening to back then? If you were
Electronica, Jean-Michel Jarre,
Okay.
Isao Tomita,
Ah.
things of that nature, which were way out of the mainstream.
Right,
But,
right. Very alternative.
yeah,
New wave,
exactly.
kind of? Is it
Oh,
like
even
that?
before New Wave.
Even
Yeah,
before New
I'm
Wave.
that old.
Oh, yeah. I'd be interested in hearing some of that at some point.
You got something else?
Yes, I
Yes,
do.
yeah.
Indeed.
Okay.
All
let's,
right.
What are you going to be performing?
I think I'll try the Zamadian. Do
Yeah.
Zamadian.
Oh, Zamadian.
Yes, and we're gonna
Okay.
do it with kind of a cappella, and Gerima's gonna
All right.
accompany me on drums.
Got a backstory for this?
This is the story of myself. I just felt like going through the world, there wasn't a lot of an identity for someone like me who
Mhm.
was of Jamaican heritage, but born and raised here in Canada. As a youngster, and even now, I'll go to Jamaica and I visit and I love it, and I feel a connection there. But at the same time, I wasn't raised there. And then being here, I feel that we're really the minority being a Jamaican. So it's like, this is really a song about that kind of duality, complexity, and it's a fun song. It's supposed to be a fun
sure
song,
is,
and it's my
yeah.
Franglish. It's
Yes,
Franglish. It's
yes.
in Franglish.
You have opened up a whole new vocabulary for me.
For sure.
Yes.
Right.
Being born in Montreal and spending a little bit of time there, because I love the city of Montreal. So I was just like, this is kind of my
So we've got
ode
Cush
to the whole
Amor and
experience.
Gerima Harvey in the studio at CKMS Community Connections, Zamadian.
Yes.
Check it out, y'all.
All right. Mes parents sont jamaïcains. Mon passeport est canadien. Je suis né ici dans la vie Marie. Alors, je suis jamaïcain. Je m'écrois jamaïcain. Je suis jamaïcain. Je suis né ici dans la vie Marie. Je suis jamaïcain. Je t'adore, Montréal. Ma mère sacre vient de Canada. Je commence ma vie dans dualité. Je suis jamaïcain. Je me crois jamaïcain. Je suis jamaïcain. Je suis né ici dans la vie Marie. Je suis jamaïcain. Mon corps est un Rastafarian. Mais je suis Canadien. J'aime la vie, vie Marie. So glad to be me. Je suis jamaïcain. Je me crois jamaïcain. Je suis jamaïcain. Je suis né ici dans la vie Marie. Je suis jamaïcain. Je me crois. Je me crois. Je mets quoi?
Busting it
Je mets
out.
quoi?
Yeah.
Woo!
Oh yeah.
Woo!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Je mets quoi? Je mets rien. Je suis une Jamaïdienne. Je suis né ici dans la vie Marie. Je suis une Jamaïdienne. Je mets quoi? Je mets quoi? Queen Nanny, Queen Nanny, my Queen Nanny, fight against slavery so the Lord's picnic would live free. This is my song of her story about Queen Nanny. Well, Queen Nanny, 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 ruled the land of plenty. Ganja, wood, and water were where Ashanti mixed with Taina. She fought with wits and bravery to free her world from slavery. Queen of the Ashanti, well, some say that she was terrible. Anani, Queen Nani, Queen Nani, my Queen Nanny, fight against slavery so the Lord's picnic would live free. This is my song of her story about Queen Nanny. Earth angel, God's holy messenger, our preserver, one maintainer. Earth angel, God's holy messenger, our preserver, one maintainer. Earth angel, God's holy messenger, our preserver, one maintainer. Earth angel, God's holy messenger, our preserver, one maintainer. Praise the grandmama, our earth, Asasea, corn, grass, and fruit of the Lord, for those who sow with the law. But if you don't, you'll get your crops ripe on the hills. A harvest bountiful for our earth angel. swift, spreading sweet smells. For those who till with the arms, bring abundance of green and golden hued plants, good growth of the Lord, growing as a reward for those who sow with the law. But if you don't, you'll get you praise. Yay. Well, Bob, we put this medley together for the Black Her Story History Month, Our Story Month.
It is Black History Month.
It is, it is.
Ah.
Here we go.
Yes.
1, 2, praise the earth, give thanks. And 1, 2, Queen Nanny, who's a hero of Jamaica. A maroon who fought against slavery and freedom for all, you know, peace and love. And we're going to go into another song. Yeah?
Please do.
Okay.
Please do.
In the spirit of peace and love, because even though this is the Black Our Story Month, it's also a month of love. I'm gonna lay down my burdens down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my burdens down by the riverside. I'm gonna study war no more. I ain't 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 gonna study war no more. I'm gonna put on my starry crown down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna put on my starry crown down by the riverside. I'm gonna study war no more. I ain't 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 gonna study war no more. I'm gonna walk that road to heaven, down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna walk my road to heaven, down by the riverside. I'm gonna study war no more. I ain't 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 gonna study war no more. Yay!
Wow. A huge medley. We started off with Zamadian.
Yes, I did.
You folded something into the middle of that.
Yes, Nanny, Queen Nanny.
Queen Nanny.
Yes, indeed.
And then Back to Somewhere's a Median, I think.
I think it was the Earth Angel song.
Angel. Oh, okay,
Say
yes,
Law,
yes,
yes,
that-
which is the
that-
Ashanti
the new
name
one.
for the
Okay,
Earth.
yes.
Yes,
Okay.
indeed. Yes, indeed. And then, right.
So it is Black History Month.
It is.
Yes.
And we really just wanted to raise awareness. At least I felt very compelled to raise awareness of just Black history.
Yes.
What is it?
Mhm.
Who are we? Let's talk about it. Let's raise awareness.
Mhm.
And that's part of why I started this Cush Amor site, CUSHAMOR,
Yeah.
where I'm doing little podcasts and trying to just put out information, and just talk about who are we and see who listens and who's interested in knowing, particularly for this month.
Yeah.
of
Black History
February.
Month has been around for what, maybe 10, 15 years?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's more of a recent development. Although we're, as Gerima was saying, we're always Black, and it's should always be awareness. It's not
Yes.
just for the month of February.
That's
No,
right.
Absolutely
No.
true.
Like for real, I just want to say that, Black History Month is very important, but I cannot stress enough that as a Black person myself, knowing that I am an African,
Right.
I'm African for life. I am
Yes.
Black for life, African for life.
Yes.
And my motherland is Africa for life.
Mhm.
And we have come a long way as Black people. We have gone through trials and tribulation and discrimination and racism, and it still exists. But we're here.
Yep.
And we're here to spread the message of our ancestors,
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes,
African
it isn't heard enough,
ancestors,
indeed.
and our African roots, culture, and
Mhm.
our African heritage, and to spread the truth and to talk the truth,
Mhm.
and for people to realize that there is more to hear than you would ever think about it. Like,
Indeed, there is much more.
there's much more to African stories, and each one who is a storyteller will tell its story
Mhm.
about how, as African people were taken away from their motherland, how they went through apartheid and slavery, and how we have come about now, and we're still trodden,
Still
and
struggling.
still trodden, still struggling, and it just brings awareness that as a people we need to get together and be strong, and just come together and celebrate.
Is Black History Month maybe counterproductive in that when February turns into March, people will say, well, I've done my bit for Black history.
Right, we get 1/12 of the year. At
Yeah,
least.
exactly.
Exactly. Not
So-
even a full month, not even a full
So-
30 days.
So we're done now. Does that not undo some of the awareness that needs to be there all year round?
All year round, and I agree. I feel like it's really just like, even just having any kind of a holiday, it's really just to make you focus for that one day and just keep your awareness in that sense, So in a sense, I hear what you're saying. Like, I agree. It would be great if it was all year round, and maybe it's somewhat counterproductive. But on the other hand, it's like there's a whole 28 days where we can just end, every 4 years we have an extra 29. So we have a whole 28 days where we get to focus on, just being Black. And that's what Cush is about, because Cush in the Bible and in the past was called Cush, Black,
I didn't know that.
Yes, that's
You're
what Cush
teaching me all kinds of stuff.
See, you're learning right there.
Yeah.
See, so that's what Cush is. Everybody thinks it's just the plant, although I love the plant as well. I'm not going to deny that, but Cush is for Black. So for this,
Excellent.
for this period, I think it's something to celebrate, and for me and us and everybody, and that's really what it is. It's not just limited. Like, Black people, we get to celebrate. However, the history is for everybody.
Yes, it
For
doesn't
everybody to learn
matter.
In fact,
about.
I think there's a lot of white involvement in Black history.
Indeed,
And I think
indeed.
that
Right.
needs
How
to
do you even
stay
separate?
at the forefront of
Right.
people's minds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there has to be a coming to talk about it. We have to just talk about it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't even feel like it has to be. It's not just. It's going to be about Black history, but it's everybody. Relates
Yeah.
to everybody.
You know,
It's a rainbow,
Yeah,
and I am rainbow.
Yeah.
I'm very rainbow.
Rainbow History Month.
Right. That'll be March. It sounds like
I
that's
suppose.
good. That's a good one
Yeah,
for
that's a good
maybe
one for
the
March.
spring.
Yeah. Are you taking part in any events specifically dedicated to Black History, or something at the university over the weekend?
Right. And I mean, Gerima and I were going to be performing at the Emmanuel United Church on Sunday.
Yes.
Which is going to be really the launching of Black History Month for the church, which is so come on out,
Okay, where's that?
We have it's on Bridgeport.
Emmanuel
Yeah.
Church on Bridgeport.
And
Yes.
big shout out to Andrew.
Yes.
My brother up there.
Indeed.
You know,
He'll be
if
joining us.
he's gonna be joining us,
Yes.
and it's gonna be like just a day of celebration, and I love that every year it comes up Black History Month,
Yes.
even though it should be every month should be
exactly.
Black
Everybody should be.
History Month, right?
Right.
So that's the main.
Gerima, while you were playing, you got more sound out of your djembe than a whole orchestra. When I've played this thing, I can get two tones out of it. The boom and the tat-tat-tat, and that's it. But you got a whole range of sound.
Right.
How long have you been playing djembe?
Oh.
How long?
Oh, wow. I've been playing djembe for a nice long time. I started playing djembe when I was in my teenager years, and every time that I've played the djembe, and I also got a djembe actually for my birthday and through my manhood, and so
okay.
Soft taught and then taught. Eventually I was taught, and then I learned the rhythms, and then I became a soloist and playing with other groups, being in groups, and and just having the ability to connect with the spirituality of the drum. And like I've been playing, like I said, I've been playing for a long time, and it's so much fun to play the djembe or a conga, or
Similar. The conga is similar to the djembe.
There's a difference, but different hand movements, but the same the same sounds, and you can get different types of sounds.
When I see you perform, I only ever see you with one djembe. Do you have a whole array?
Oh yeah,
someplace on the shelf at home.
Oh yeah, I got I got a 16-inch djembe, and it's heavy.
Also, that's not a portable one.
Oh well, it's used, but it's a nice deep one. It's a nice heavy, and the sound is great. The bass is boomy. Yeah. So for me, I love heavy djembes. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes. You can tell that you love it. Every time I see Gerima and he's playing, he's so happy, just smiling and loving it. It sounds good.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Exactly. Got any upcoming gigs?
Yeah, I got some.
Emmanuel Church.
Yeah. And I got some. I'm going to be playing, I think, on the Friday of February the 13th.
Oh.
And just different dates and throughout February, and spread that awareness.
Give me a list and I'll stick it on the webpage, and people can follow you wherever you go.
That's great.
Hoping for the outdoor festivals again. It's we've got the International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination at City Hall on March 21st. That's a Saturday.
Okay.
So I know Jihan Sabri, who's a friend of the station as well, is looking for possibly performers, because there's performances and dancing into the night.
Oh wow!
So, nice.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Get you hooked up with her.
Absolutely, absolutely. I really appreciate you, Bob, and your
Pride Festival
support
coming
for
up in June, and then
Yes.
Multicultural Festival at the end of June.
Ah,
And then there's the Nonviolence Day in the Park in the middle of July.
okay, peace.
So it would be wonderful to have a little bit of musical accompaniment for that.
Oh, that would be
It's,
great.
I'm mapping out your entire summer here.
Yes, that's so great, Bob. I was just trying to say how much I appreciate you and your support of local artists, because I really appreciate this opportunity just to be here and play with both of you, and particularly you and your support.
I see. This doesn't translate well on radio, but I see Gerima's just picked up his kalimba.
Yes.
Yeah. What have you got planned for that?
This is my newest instrument, and it's a beautiful, beautiful sound. You know, like. So there's many ways of playing on this beautiful instrument, and
nice wooden box with a resonator hole in the center, and then how many? And it has an electric pick. It's an electric kalimba.
Yeah, yeah, it's a
Special.
very, very good.
Okay.
Yes,
Very
indeed.
I don't
good.
think I've ever seen one of those before.
Oh yeah, like it has a nice pickup, but I haven't plugged the thing in, but I've used it every time that I go busking. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Got something to play on that for us?
Yeah. I'd love
Oh
to hear
yes,
something.
I would love to.
Yes, I'd love to hear.
Go do that thing. Grim was just moving the djembe and getting
Need
set
help?
to change
Yeah.
instruments.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't want to move things too far away because
Yes.
So that's just a little bit of the kalimba, and it has about 1, 2, 3. Nice amount of notes.
yeah, about 2 octaves I think there, but they're not in order. They're
Yeah.
It's not like a piano keyboard. They've got you've got the long what do they call those? The pieces of metal. The long ones in the center,
Keys or something?
and the short ones at the sides.
Mm-hmm.
So having any knowledge of the piano is absolutely useless here.
Yeah, because this is a thumb piano.
Yeah, a thumb
and
piano,
and there's different names for different types of African thumb pianos, but kalimba is one of them, and
Okay.
Kalimba.
and the imbira, you can find them in Zimbabwe,
All right.
and these are just another instrument that I fell in love with, and I busk, and I just play for hours and hours and hours.
For sure, see at the corner of King and Queen, perhaps. It's
In the winter too? Or?
Actually,
really?
in the Kitchener Market, I bring this instrument in, and I busk, and I play music with my friend Keenan, and he brings his tamboa, and we have a great jam session with the djembe and the tamboa, and boy, do we ever have a fun time.
Wow.
That's Keenan Ramaroth.
Yeah.
We had him in the studio a few weeks back.
Ah, nice.
All right. He and Vera Hingert McDonald were both in the studio. Airso. So they could use a bit of percussion in their act, I think. So
Keenan is a very great musician, a genius of his music vocabulary. Like I just love that about him, and he's very deep when it comes to playing music. So big ups to Keenan.
Cush, do you play instruments?
I don't really. I mean, I'm just learning. I've been playing a little bit of the drum, but I just am learning everything.
It'll come.
New. Yeah. I just really have just been making. I'm more of a writer. I write lyrics.
Okay.
I write, the songs that I performed, that you just heard there. So I sing, and the songs just come to me, and I write them down, and I use the so far digital music to make the beats that I think it should go along with.
So you've got some sort of sound panel that provides you with just the background?
Just the back, like GarageBand. Yeah, that's so that's the most, but it's really just GarageBand on the phone.
Okay. Shall we have a quick listen to some of your produced stuff?
Okay, great.
Listen to Zamadian as it came from,
yes, from the phone.
From the phone. Listen, this is, Zamadian by Cush Amor.
All right.
Jamaican, mon passport est Canadian. Quand je suis né ici, dans le Bibali, alors je suis Jamaican. Jamaican. Je suis Jamaican. Je suis né ici, dans le Bibali. Je suis Jamaican. Je t'adore, Montréal. Ma mère sacre vient de Kendall. Je commence ma vie dans dualité. Je suis Jamaican. Québécoise, Jamaican. Je suis Jamaican. Je suis né ici, dans le Bibali. Je suis Jamaican. Ma peau est rastafarienne, mais je suis Canadien. Je porte ma vie à la vie de ma vie, car je suis Jamaican. Québécoise, Jamaican. Je suis Jamaican. Je suis né ici, dans le Bibali. Je suis Jamaican. Québécoise, Jamaican. Je suis Jamaican. Je suis né ici, dans le Bibali. Je suis Jamaican. Québécoise. Je me souviens, je suis musicien.
Well, that's about as different as you can get from what we had in the studio a little while back.
Right.
Yeah, and it's all done with GarageBand on your phone. Yeah. Zamadian with Cush Amor and her phone.
Yes. Yep, that was it. That was it. My voice just layered it on and started out with some beats and just, made it happen.
Yeah.
I was kind of, as I was saying, forced to do that because, I wasn't really known as being a musician and I'm new to this whole thing. So I was just like, yay.
Never thought of a phone as a musical instrument either.
Ah, neither did I.
Yeah.
Neither did I.
Yeah.
But it
And
is-
and I commented on your French. You're
right,
you're not
my
a native
Franglish.
not a native French speaker.
No,
But you lived
I'm
in Montreal, you
not.
said.
I was born in Montreal, but
Born
I
in Montreal.
literally left there as an infant. So
Oh, okay.
I was raised really here in Kitchener,
Okay.
Ontario.
Okay.
So that was just, but I've taken so much French class. Like, I feel like I've taken so much French. So this was sort of my effort and my fun. I
Yeah.
hope that my French professors will be proud of me.
Well, you've put it to some good use, which is more than I
Right.
can say.
I tried.
How about you, Gerima? You a foreign language speaker?
Well, there's I wouldn't say I'm a foreign language speaker, but I can speak a little bit of African languages and of course Jamaican patois.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Patois. Wagwan.
So so for me, I speak in a different. Whoever I'm speaking to is
Yeah.
just in a different way. Mostly speaking slang or English, just saying, because the regular hi, how are you? But
You adapt to the conversation that's taking place.
yeah, and even in slang, I'll be like, "Yo, what's up?"
What's up?
'Cause that's the real G, like
Right.
that's the real me, To me, like speaking English it's but when I'm speaking slang or Jamaican patois, I'm like, yeah, Even if I speak a little bit of African languages, like Zulu or Swahili, I'm like, yeah, like that's comforting for me.
It is.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I don't sound good when I speak patois. I don't know why. I guess I don't affect the accent well. It's just as well as I speak my French. Like my accent just doesn't.
But it's something that you would grow up with if you were living in Jamaica, right? It's
if I was living there,
and yet it's not
yeah.
considered a language on its own.
It's trying. Well, there's some recognition of it.
Is it?
I heard the New Testament has been written in patois.
Ah, really?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
So
It's very
it's
true.
starting. Yeah,
That's good
yeah,
to
it's
hear
starting to get
because
some recognition.
yeah, a lot of languages are dying out. So it's good to
Right.
see that
It's-
where there's an established culture with
Right.
a way of speaking of their own
Yeah.
with you've got your own vocabulary.
We
in
do. We
patois.
do absolutely
Yeah.
have our own vocabulary. I
So-
know many people are just like,
yeah.
what? They don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Oh,
True.
I've
careful.
seen on YouTube some videos, and it is a foreign language
It's
to me.
see, there you go.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a foreign
yeah.
language to most people.
Yeah.
So I'm really grateful that I at least understand it. I understand it. I
Okay.
just don't speak it that well.
Yeah.
I mean, I chat so well.
Something I don't think that on the radio station we have anything dealing with Jamaican Caribbean culture.
What?
Yeah,
Wow.
we've got some reggae culture. We've got some Indian culture. We have some European culture, Croatia,
Right.
Macedonian. So
Hmm.
if you're ever interested in having a radio
Oh.
show, it is a community radio station. So you
Oh.
invite members to
Well, we were just
to
talking
join.
about
Yo,
that.
yo.
This is the miracle.
like,
we were literally just
Holy
talking about
smokes.
that.
Yo, I just want to say something here right now.
That's amazing.
Yo, like I was just talking about
Yes.
with my friend here.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was like, it would be really, really cool
Yes.
to have a radio, to be on the radio again and
Mhm.
to present the African diaspora
Right.
that focus on the reggae music
Yes.
and African traditional
Yeah.
music and like hip hop and
Mhm.
to bring that to the forefront.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
even specifically, even with respect to Jamaica, there's so much that we
Yeah.
don't know. And I was even
Yeah.
with my little nephew, my niece's child, going through these Ashanti stories and just giving that tradition. And I
Yes.
was like, well,
Yeah.
it'd be great if everybody could share in
More than
this,
just the music.
Yeah, there's a whole
culture,
all the rest of the
food.
culture that goes
Yes,
with it.
yes.
Yeah.
We definitely are a culture. So it'd be great
Yeah.
I'd love to do that.
Yeah,
I'd
I'm-
love to.
Off to the website, radiowaterloo.ca, and there's a
Yes.
big start a show button on the
Okay.
left hand side. Click on that
Yeah.
and read what it's all about.
Yes.
A couple of sessions of training involved. You fill in
Right.
the form. Membership $25,
Mm.
and then primetime radio would cost about $30 a month for a 1 hour show.
Yeah, so
So we'd have to get some sponsors, I guess.
Yeah.
and you get sponsors, local
Right.
community businesses.
Right.
That,
So maybe we need to give a shout out for some sponsors if there's
Yeah.
anyone wanting to sponsor.
Yeah, and just get on it, know what I mean? And to
Yes.
spread this beautiful
Culture.
rich,
We've got,
powerful
Yes.
culture of Mama Africa to
Indeed.
Jamaica,
Yes. Yes.
We've got
Yes.
the Southeast Africa program, which is the Voices of Africa.
Yes,
Yassine DG does that.
yeah,
But nothing from the diaspora, the migration to
Yeah.
to
I'd love
the
to-
Americas.
yes, that focus.
You,
Yes,
you know, like
who we are.
I'm glad that Yassine is doing his thing, like representing that.
Oh, Yassine, of course you do.
Oh yes, yep.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that he's doing his thing to represent that and to bring it to the forefront.
Yeah.
Because it's just important, and never stop bringing
Right.
that joy and not acknowledgement.
The message.
Yeah, the
Indeed, it's not
message.
there.
Exactly.
The mystery. That's what I call it. It's Black Mystery Month.
Black Mystery Month.
Right. It's like, what is the story? What is the story? Particularly since we've left Africa, particularly.
Yeah,
diaspora. Right.
That'd be cool. I'd like to see that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Good. And
cool.
that's what I love to learn about it, and I love to talk about it.
Yeah.
It's a passion. That's my passion.
We have about 10
apart
minutes
from
left.
music.
10 minutes to the hour. Less
Okay.
than that, actually. Can I squeeze another performance out of you?
I think so.
Sure.
I had a song in mind, looking at the wall, particularly that Gerima and I
yeah.
have done before at Emmanuel United. I don't know if you want to try that, doing some redemption.
Yeah.
You think? You
Yeah.
want to? Yeah. Okay.
Cool. We're gonna do a
Okay.
little redemption song.
Yes. Yes.
Back to the djembe.
Yeah.
Okay, so we move some furniture around again, and I think I've got that turned the wrong way around for you.
Okay.
Sure. Old pirate, yes, they rob I, so lie to the merchant ship.
Yep.
Old pirate, yes, they rob I, so lie to the merchant ships. Minutes after they take I from the bottomless pit, but my hand was made strong by the hands of the Almighty. Look forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption song. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop other times. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption song, redemption song. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the times. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption songs, songs of freedom, songs of freedom.
Yes,
Yeah.
I hear.
That was great.
That's
Great
lovely.
Inspiration. Yes.
Yes.
Something you wrote?
Yes. Yeah. Just yesterday, I just
Oh.
wrote it. It just came to my mind from so out of nowhere.
Ah,
All of his lyrics to
amazing
the
how that
song.
works.
Yes.
That's very nice. So, what brought this? What brought it about? What inspired you?
I feel it's really just particularly being this month and being a Black person. I've always felt being raised in Kitchener, Ontario, as kind of an unusual person. I was often the only Black person in a fully white environment. And I just felt like my culture and what I was about, my history, her story just was not out there. So I just, feel like that's really what's missing to me in the world, and where I can really plug in, and this is where my passion is. It's really with understanding who we are as a people, who are understanding who I am as a person, because I am the composite of my ancestors, and in understanding that, I understand all of us. So that's really been my focus and inspiration, and really my main inspiration has been my mother, who's recently passed away. And I feel like that's really what's caused this whole transition for me in terms of career, my whole life, my whole perspective, on what matters. It became very clear to me I had to focus on what matters. So that she's my number one inspiration, and my daughter as well, who is out in North Carolina. And, shout out to her and my whole family, Ebony and Bo, and we're very close, and there's a lot of love. There's strife at times, but there's much love, and I'm very much about family, and I feel like that's a part of the whole February focus too. So that's my inspiration.
And where's that going to take you? What's in the near to medium future for you?
For me, what I've been really focusing on are these podcasts, and now that we have this show that we're considering doing as well, that would be great. That supplements it perfectly. And what I've been doing is just doing short little recordings on different aspects of Black culture in the diaspora. I'm starting with, the native people who are people of color. They may not have been Black like me, or they may have been, but they were people of color. So I'm just doing a little short snippets on, Black culture, which I've put up, and even on Egypt, as well, just all different Neath, just different people in history, just simplifying it, making it beautiful, putting it to music, and getting the information out there. That's really what.
Jihan, who runs the International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination, pointed out to me that Egypt is an African country.
It isn't that I see, and a lot of people didn't know that. I didn't know that either.
It is somewhere in the back of my mind, but
it's true, and it's really true.
Reminded.
Yes, it absolutely is an African country in East Africa, and I was really privileged and happy to be able to have gone there and walked the pyramids and done all of that. It was just the most amazing experience ever, and I'm happy to be able to share the knowledge.
Gerima, what are you up to in 30 seconds or less?
Just doing what I love doing, music, and just bringing forth the message of one love and unity as Black people, and to spread that message around always. So happy Black History Month, my people.
Yes.
And, stay strong, be strong.
Yes.
Be the change that you want to see and be.
Be it.
Be it. One love.
Thank you,
merry.
Gerima Harvey.
Rastafari.
Yes.
Thank you, Cush Amor, for
Thank
being
you.
in the
This was
studio
great.
for CKMS Community Connections. My name is
Yes.
Bob Jonkman. CKMS Community Connections is a production of Radio Waterloo, sponsored by Radio Waterloo. We'll be back on Monday, and edition 2 is on Friday at 2 p.m. Thank you ever so much for coming into the studio. Leave you
Yay.
with the
Yes.
other produced
Yes.
production from Cush Amor.
Yes.
One love.
One love.
Yes.